Hi, I'm Roy. I have designed a system for credit union. It's a part of the assignment in for OOP module in the University of Derby. I just use it for as implementation for the SRS systems requirement specification report. Uh, and to know how to use the object-oriented programming languages. I use JavaScript. I use node.js and react.js as libraries from JavaScript. I used also MongoDB as a backend for as the DB backend. I use Express server as a server and pcrypt and GWT as for to add more security to the system to be more secure. Uh, yeah. Uh, I do the system architecture divided into client and server, uh, and each client maybe be an admin user or a customer user. The admin can add new customers, view customers, delete them, view transaction, log into the system. The customer user can send money to other users, log in and view his transaction. Uh, the updated diagram for the class diagram for my project, it's according to the MVC system architecture. It's as a model view controller. As I said that I divided the system into server and client. Uh, Here we can see that the customer model, the model consists of customer model and transaction model, and they updated by the bank controller, which has the many process to manipulate and handle the data. The bank control also execute the events on the customer view and the transaction view as well, and all of them just process the data that's stored in the MongoDB. You can see them in the diagram. To check my system, that's it. This is the main page. It's Roy Credit Union. The user can log in through here. Just enter their details, the details of customers already defined by the user. So just log into the system. It will take you back to the credit union. Here, the customer can. This user is an admin user. It's John. John is admin user defined previously by me. He has many functionalities to add new customers, to view transactions, to delete customers. Uh, Here we can see that he can add a new customer like this one, define a new email, the the balance. Add customer, we can see, notice this is the customer. Yeah, and all the notifications that appeared here, new customer created successfully. Yeah, view the transaction on the system, the transaction of sending money between users, between sender and receiver, with the amount of sending money, how he can handle them. Now we have another user defined previously, like Peter. You can notice it's not an admin according to the customer module that I defined in the code, in my code. Peter is not an admin. As Peter. If he tried to view other customers, to view the other customer transaction, he can't do it. He can't see them. He can only send money to other customers. He should, yeah. Here we can see that Peter can send money like 10,000 thousand to Chad maybe send money. We can see their their transaction, their balance. Peter was 15,000 and John was 8800. So if he send money from Peter to John, from Peter to John, like 1000, you can see like Peter being 40,000 and John being 9800. Yeah. Now to test my system, I used Gmeter. It's the one that tests how the system can able to handle if it request if it receive many requests at the same time. How the system will respond for how the response time may change according how many requests that the system is processing at the same time. I defined a test plan as then defined a thread group for 10 users and for around for 2 seconds and loop count for 5 times. Then sent HTTP request to the to the server and port 8000. If I run this start as a start, yeah, you can see, yeah, this is the requests on the system, how the system receive them accordingly. Uh, if you check the response graph for them, you can notice that the response time increase one by one because the system manipulates many requests together and suddenly it decreased again, then increase. This means that the system able to balance between the request. This is as a test result for my system. Yeah, it shows on the my presentation how I used the Gmeter to record the result, the testing phase, how it's been done. In conclusion, I can say that building a React app was a great experience for me to create website for a bank, for a credit union. Gave me a broader view of how the apps are designed nowadays. I learned how to think logically by managing application as a single page application, as Node.js and React.js is using this feature, single page application, instead of using static web designs. Just to notice the changes into the system accordingly. Whenever the user may change the system, change anything on his code, it's gonna be applied immediately to the front end. Uh, yeah, I used many libraries to implement more security to my system, like encrypt request and generate tokens. And also, I learned how to use Gmeter as testing tool for performance test. And also, I learned how to authenticate the users according to their rules, either they are it's admin or not, by checking uh, their tokens into if the user is admin or not, by generating tokens and check this token if it's related to a user admin or not. Uh, Thanks for hearing my record. Thanks a lot.